Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they are all located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. And I want to apologize for my voice. I have a bit of a cold, so let's let the bull sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Leo, November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Awesome. Now let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Ooh, goodness. There we go, just straightening that up. Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, goodness. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we're starting here with inspiration, the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra, there we go, is the chakra where a lot of negativity is held from this life, from past lives, what's handed down to us from our DNA line. And here there's a real release of what has been holding us back and an inspiration to move forward. And this can cause us to kind of face a lot of darkness within us, or a lot of truths that we think about ourselves, quote unquote truths that have been holding us back, that negativity that has been spoken over us. And it could be lifetimes ago, where we think, I'm just not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. And it's like, there is a power within you, and there is an inspiration here to move forward towards that new horizon and towards an embrace of that truth, of that inspirational truth that raises you from darkness, from despair, from doubt, from fear. And it leads you to clarity. It leads you to the third eye chakra. It leads you to an opening of the third eye. It leads you to clarity within yourself, within your soul, as you move forward. It's like you can see things more clearly, but you can also see the greater depth and truth of things during this time. And it then leads you to soul's healing. And this is a time, this is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is a time where you have this healing energy around you. It is time to embrace it. And it's time to move forward in this healing truth, in this prosperity, in this abundance of soul and of self that is guiding you towards more. And as you are healed, you are empowered. Now, the left-hand side here, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is your public arena, your public self. So we have the wheel of fortune. Things are changing, okay? Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There's a sense here of when pigs fly. Like when pigs fly, this will happen. And, pigs are flying. Things are changing. The impossible becomes possible. You have the 7 of Swords. You're taking knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, and you're leaving what is not needed behind. And it's a powerful move for you. And then moves you to the Page of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a sense of really connecting with what is prosperly and bountifully yours. You're looking at things differently with open eyes, as in Buddhism they would say, with a beginner's mind. And you have that beginner's mind moving you forward. You then have the Magician crowning your heart, which is absolutely beautiful. So you have a change coming in, and you're embracing the magic within you. You're embracing the power, and you know, as above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty. There's hard work ahead, most definitely. But there is a bounty that is moving you forward. There is a sense of enjoying the now. The 4 of Pentacles, that's very interesting because this is my vampiric energy card. It's like people are trying to take away the wealth, the prosperity, trying to steal that energy from you. And here with the Queen of Wands, I mean, you are represented by the Wands in the Minor Arcana, by the Strength card in the Major Arcana. There's a sense of joy and prosperity and truth and bounty. And yet there's this fight to be able to claim this, to have this, to let this be a part of you. Goodness. And then we have the King of Cups, water sign energy, again, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So strong water sign energy within here. But this is also, if you are born on the cusp with Cancer, this energy can really be showing itself. Or if you have water sign energy within your chart, this is also saying that you are king of yourself, that you can only rule one person, and that is you. And that's a powerful realization to come to. You then have the 3 of Pentacles, prosperity, success. Other people will try to claim your hard work. Don't let them, and don't believe them. You have the Queen of Swords. This is the warrior queen, right? This is cutting through doubts and fears, knowing your mind, knowing where it is that you stand and what it is that you stand for. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, nurturing, healing, and really embracing your rooted self, but the prosperity that you are growing. All right, now let's see the people who will be aiding you during this time. Leo, November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Who will be aiding Leo? November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Who will be aiding Leo? November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, fantastic. You have 4. That's lovely. Now remember, with the people who aid us, they don't have to be people that we know in real life, though they can very well be. These are also people who inspire us in a very certain way. It can be, in the King of Cups way, to really know that we are the rulers of our own destiny, in a magician way, things like that. And of course, the magician isn't part of the personality cards, but you get what I'm saying, right? So here we start off with the Prince of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This calls to you because fire sign energy calls to fire sign energy. And you're moving forward quickly and swiftly and with this sense of determination and the sense of passion. And so this person here is really calling to that within you. And they're saying, you know what, keep on moving forward, keep on going after what you desire, what you want, what you need, where you want to be within your life, because it brings you to Cernunnos. Cernunnos is the devil card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Cernunnos is Capricorn energy, a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. And this is a sense of a bit of chaos coming in, but also breaking the chains that we thought had bound us. And so as the chaos comes, because there is always chaos within the creation of life, we are looking at rules, restrictions, ways that we thought we should be. And maybe we're sitting here and saying, why? And it can be, rules against the norm or for the norm, or, a sense of it's around the addictions that keep us small, that keep us from speaking our truth, that keep us from living our dreams, that keep us from moving forward in a free, powerful, prosperous way. And as we address this, we address what has been holding us back. And this person really helps us see this. This person is kind of a person who likes to poke the bear just a bit. It's kind of like, well, see the truth, move after your passion, go after what you desire. Where is it that you want to be? What is it that you're looking for? And as you look at this and see this and comprehend this, you embrace you. And the Strength card right here is, of course, a Leo energy, but this is somebody who very much calls to the essence of you. This is a person who leads through strength of character, okay, who upholds their responsibilities. But also this is a very evolved Leo. And a very evolved Leo is somebody who knows that strength is not brute force strength. I mean, anybody can be a bully, right? But this is strength of love, of heart, of conviction, of understanding, and of compassion. And that is something that few people ever get to fully understand. And to be on this path towards this profound and beautiful truth is something sacredly wonderful for you, Leo. It then brings you to the Princess of Wands. Again, another fire sign energy. So just be careful that you're not getting swept away in the fire of it all, in the passion, in the, kind of the burning fires of it. And make sure that there is this grounding realization that is around you. The Princess of Wands is somebody who's very passionate, astoundingly creative, and has a way of bringing, the spark of enjoyment, of life, of understanding to a situation. Now we start off with the Wheel of Fortune. You're entering into a new season, and it can feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. The highs, the lows, the lefts, the rights, like, oh my goodness. And this is a sense of you embracing where you're embracing not where you need to be, because Spirit is kind of deciding that. You might see things kind of really seemingly getting out of hand, maybe a little bit, but it's not in a bad way. It's like, oh wow, what's going to happen next kind of way. It's like, oh wow, I can't control this. Oh wow, I don't know the way forward. And as you're looking at this and as you're embracing the realization of you're changing a season. You're changing maybe what you had thought, oh, I'm going this way. And it's like, oh no, why not this way? And so you can feel like you're on a roller coaster ride, most definitely. And I mean, who doesn't feel that at times? But there is a sense here of embracing a deeper power of change. And it's like, there's a need for this new season, this new idea, this new way of being to come into your life. Because as it comes in, there is this sense here when pigs fly. It's like, my goodness, I never thought this could happen. It's like, oh yeah, when pigs fly, I'll be happy. When pigs fly, I'll be successful. And it's like pigs are flying. You have this prosperity, you have this success, you have this bounty that is around you. And there's an embrace of it. And this is also being a student. And you have a lot of student energy here with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You're being a student of your heart. You're being a student of your mind. And in the public arena, it's like this openness to be a student of what your soul needs, of what you desire, of where you need to be, of looking at the vampiric energy that holds you back and saying no more. It makes you a king in the public arena. It makes you somebody who people really sit there and look at and understand and say, wow, this is a person who is a master of their own domain. And that is something, again, that very few people can say. And you're really embracing this energy of extraordinary during this time. And as you are being a student of your heart, of your soul, of yourself, of the passion that leads you forward, of the questions that guide you, you are taking your knowledge, you're taking your wisdom, you're taking everything that you've learned, and you are moving forward. There are some things that need to be left behind. They just do. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't carry this anymore. Or it's like, I can't think about this anymore. I can drive myself crazy, up and down the Mississippi from not being able to have answers, not being able to truly know, what the future holds, because there's always free will. There's always a malleability to time and a change to self. And so here, there's a sense of letting some things go. Just release them. They can be, fears about the future. They can be, angers and upsets and horrors from the past. And there's a release here. And there's an embrace of the knowledge that you carry with you that can be utilized now and that can move you forward in a way that you hadn't anticipated, that brings you a power, a beauty, and a passion of self. And people might say, okay, you're being sneaky. You're not being sneaky. It's like you are taking what is sacred to you and you are moving forward with it. It doesn't mean that you have to sit there and have a whole big, kind of round table discussion with people. It's like, no, this is for me and this is for my soul and for myself. So when the Seven of Swords brings forward sneakiness, I'm seeing it more as planning. I'm seeing it as a planning for yourself, for your soul, for the way that you move forward, because you're being a student of your prosperity. But also, there are people who will take you by eyes, who will sit there and say, well, if you're moving forward and you have this knowledge, and you have this understanding, and you have this passion of self, why can't I take it? And here, there's a fierceness of mind moving you forward in the passion that is yourself to say, no, this is my prosperity. This is where I need to be. And I've worked long and hard to achieve, to succeed, to overcome, to keep going. And I am being a student here of my heart, of my soul self, because there's magic there. And we think of magic, and of course it can be conjuring magic if that's what you believe in. But the way I see it is the magic in ourselves. The fact that Brahma said, I hid the God's head within man, because that is the one place we will not look for it. And that is always what Spirit brings me back to. It's like, look within. Because we look outward. We look outward for everything. And we are constantly disappointed. Look within for the prosperity to build, for the bounty to move forward with, for the beauty that is a part of you. Look within, and the world opens. Look within, and the bounty comes, the connections come, the wealth, or what you value as much as money. As much as I would love this to be, you become a student of your prosperity, and then all of a sudden everybody starts winning the lottery. I mean, that would be awesome, most definitely. But there is a sense here of look within and you will find what is most valuable to you. Look at the world around and judge through your standards, through your ideas and ideals, and see what you hold dear and what you cast away. And it is being a student of the prosperity that you want within your life. Not that others demand of you, not that others expect of you, not that the world says, oh, this is what success looks like. It is a prosperity of soul, of self, of power, and of understanding. And it moves you to the Magician. And the Magician says, as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. And there is a centering around you of the four elements: passion, fire, swords, the mind, cups, emotions, and pentacles, there we go, the grounding of ourselves. The walking forward, knowing that our footprints are left in the sand, are left in the earth beneath us. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and I believe I am, the Greeks had a saying, like, did he stand here? They would ask after, the ancient Greeks would ask after a person passed. And to say he stood here meant that he left an impression in the earth itself because his being was here. And I see that as a beautiful thing. It's just a really beautiful thing. Did you stand here? And it doesn't mean that everybody has to know your name. It doesn't mean that you have to have X amount of followers and, these many connections or anything like that. It can mean that you lived a life that impacted a very small group of people. Because us as human beings, we were only supposed to live in groups of like 50 for our whole entire lives. Like, that's the whole entire clan, tribe, way of being. And it's saying, did you affect other people's lives? In that way, did you stand in your truth? Did you stand in your power? Did you stand on this earth? And as above, so below. As you believe it, as you think it, so it becomes. Because what we think, we start to manifest. What we believe, we start to guide ourselves forward with. And the world opens. And this is where you start to really celebrate. There's a magic to you. There's also a sense here of you really being seen, okay? Because you have the Magician, you have the King of Cups, but there's also a sense here of you being astoundingly private, right? With the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The queens for me are the directors behind the scenes. The kings, and of course the Magician, who is like the king of spirituality, are the actors upon the stage. So here, this is a time where you're crowned with being seen. You're rooted within yourself as being much more private. And there is a sense here of this kind of intake, this understanding of the mind. And there's a prosperity that's coming that needs to be enjoyed. Time well done. Work well done. Will there be more work ahead? Yes, because in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, this is a person with a whole bunch of grapes in a field of grapes, right? And she's dressed in her finery. And yes, she has a successful harvest, but the grapes still need to be harvested. They're not all in baskets, waiting to be made into wine, waiting to be sold. So here, there's a sense of, yes, there's prosperity, and yes, there's great wealth around you, but there's still hard work to come. And I know that's not exactly what we want to hear, but it's very honest. It is. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles for me is always my vampiric energy card. It's like I have to guard what is mine because others will take it. It's like, no. I get to live in the brilliance that is me. And, well, yes. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is like, no, you don't have to actively guard or feel like if you do not guard what is yours, it will be taken away. There is a sense here of, yes, I have to embrace my prosperity. Yes, I have to understand my truth. But what Spirit is saying, okay, so what Spirit is saying here is that don't hold it too tightly. Don't guard it too jealously. But also know that the gifts that divinity bestows upon us, they are to be shared. And other people think that if you have something, they will not. They come from a place of lack instead of a place of abundance. They come from a place of doubt and fear and anger instead of a place of truth and love and being that light, being that shining example within our world. And so that causes a discourse and a disharmony within ourselves because people are going to see you, Leo, and be like, oh, well, if they have that, why can't I? And it's like, okay, well, did they work as hard for it? Did they make the sacrifices? Did they put the time and the effort in? Do they know that, yes, there's a moment of celebration, and yes, there's a connection with divinity, but there is also going to be a time of hard work, and it takes effort to keep that connection constant. Do they understand that? The answer is no, they don't. They think it comes easy, and it doesn't come easy. And so people will try to take you by ice. People will try to siphon away a bit of your good luck, a bit of your good fortune, a bit of your prosperity, a bit of who you are. And say, well, it gets to be me. Because don't I deserve this? Didn't I earn this? It's like, no, you didn't. And the exercise, the little meditation that I love with the Four of Pentacles, is just to sit quietly for a moment and visualize yourself with the golden light of Spirit around you. And see in your hands this really big, huge, broadsword. And over your hands are your angel's hands. And your angel's wings are actually cupping you, like their body is just absolutely protecting you. And they are around you, around this golden light of the universe. And you take that sword and you cut through that light. And for a moment, there is nothing but silence. Silence. And your breath, your heartbeat, your angel's breath, your angel's heartbeat. And in that serenity, in that moment of serenity, there is that deep connection with you. And so many people cannot stand the silence. We live in a world where we block it out as best we can. But here, connect with that for a moment. And then watch the golden light of the universe come back around you as your angel still cocoons you. And that golden light now doesn't have the corruptions, doesn't have the impurities, the sewer sludge like water running to you. Do this every single day. Do this in the morning when you wake up, in the evening when you go to sleep. A small little meditation to connect you to something so much greater and to relieve you from the chaos and the negativity of the world. It then leads you, to a celebration. I mean, I love this queen. She's just so happy, and she has her black cat right in front of her, and it's like, yes, this is my life, this is my joy, this is the magic, the passion, the fire that I am creating and bringing forward into my world. This is you. You're a queen. You root yourself in your queenliness, in your passion, in your power, in your creation, in your brilliance, in your beauty. And you rise. you rise to where you need to be. And maybe at times that correlates to where you want to be. But know that divinity has a road for you, a path, a truth, and it's being embraced. And as you embrace this, as you sit there in your fire, in your passion, in your brilliance, in your truth, the King of Cups comes in. And the King of Cups is you being a king of yourself. So it's a sense here. So many people, you know how people always have advice, and you know how, what is it? It's like, kind of like he who without sin casts the first stone, or first take the plank out of your own eye before you take the splinter out of your neighbor's, that type of thing. And I know those are Bible references, but that's the energy here. It's like, judge not yet you be judged. And you're looking at things and you're saying, I can be the king of one person. And I love this because it is so true. And yet it took me so long to even see it within the tarot. It's like, you can be a king of one person and one person only. This is a king, yes, of your heart. This is a king of emotional connections. Absolutely. Because you are being a king of yourself. And you are saying there is no greater person in this world that I can rule. Because there is no other person in this world that I can rule but me. I mean, please, with my nephew, he's like a year and a half, right? And he's decided he doesn't want to eat anymore. I can't make him eat. It's a battle. And a battle against a 1-year-old is like ridiculous. And so here, as we connect with ourselves, it's like, okay, if we can't even get a child to do what they need to do, how much harder is it to get an adult who's going to say, oh, yes, 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 and maybe be a little bit less tyrannical, right, than a 1-year-old, but they are also going to do what they want to do. So it's being a king of yourself. It's knowing I rule my world, my soul, my understanding, my brilliance, and my truth. And in that ruling, I move forward in my power and in the place that I need to stand. And there's something freeing about that. There's something where this is your life and you get to make your choices. And you get to live with the consequences of them, right? To the people around that we kind of want to take away their pain, their suffering, their hurts, their disappointments. It's like, no, I'll help you out as best I can. But I am a king of one. And that is more than enough for me to rule. And I love it because he has the crown right above his head. It's kind of like in knowing that is where we really embrace the crown chakra, because our hearts know our truth and it embraces our minds. And then that crown comes upon our head, moves us forward. And there's prosperity there. And there's prosperity, yes, that others are going to want to kind of claim as their own. But you've worked long and hard for it. This is a prosperity of your making. This is a prosperity that shines the light on your existence. This is a prosperity that moves you forward. And as it does, it has you being a queen of your mind, of your understanding, of cutting through doubts and fears. This is the warrior queen. It's like, I know my truth. I know what I desire. I know where I want to be. And I cut through the doubts, the fears, the chaos, the upset, the upheaval. And I stand in my truth. I speak my truth. Maybe not to everybody else, because maybe people don't want to listen. But I speak my truth to me. And as I speak my truth and I live my truth and I embrace my reality, I heal. I heal what I am planting. I heal the soil that I am planting my tree within, my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations, the herbs and the food that will sustain me. I heal what I most desire. And so the Seven of Pentacles says, be patient during this time. And I know, Leo, you know, it's one of the things that we have to work on. One of the life lessons for Leo is to embrace patience and to say, okay, I can weather this storm. I can be patient. I can embrace the soul's healing to move forward to where I want to be. Because it's like Reiki right here coming from his hand. It's that energy healing that changes the game, that moves you forward. And as that healing comes forward, you expand into yourself because you have the repeat of the student here. All right? You have the repeat of the queen. And quite frankly, you have the repeat of the king. So there is a sense here of tremendous power because as a student, you become the monarch. You become the ruler. And that brings you. That brings you to a place you didn't think you could be. And that moves you onto a path you didn't think you could walk. And with the repeat of the number 7, there is a definite need here for truth. Truth to yourself. If you lie to yourself, if you lie to others, you'll be called out. Okay? If you lie to yourself, you'll call yourself out. If you lie to others, they'll call you out. And it might be really frustrating. It can be really frustrating when you have a 7 number time where it's kind of like, well, okay, I lied about this, but this person really lied about that. And the person says to you, that you're talking to, well, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you. It's like, well, that's not fair. It doesn't mean that it's fair. It means that this is a time where you're held to a higher standard. And fair or unfair, it's part of the truth, because you have that monarch ruling power around you. There's a power around you, and people expect more. And there's also this, and you expect more. This is a time where you will not stand it if people lie to you. You will not stand it if they twist the truth. And you're like, no. This is also a time where you are moving very deeply into spirituality, into greater mysteries. It doesn't have to be spirituality, but it's going to be answers. It can be, going very deeply into human nature and human studies and, things like that. But it's a sense of learning and wanting and seeking more. And it's a greater understanding of the world that you work in, and the world that you exist in, and the world that you live in, and the world that you will ultimately thrive in, and that you ultimately thrive in. So let's go deeper. Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. All right, and let's look at the people that you need to be mindful of during this time, Leo. Who are the people that Leo needs to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Who are the people Leo needs to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we start here with the Princess of Pentacles. This is going to be somebody who's very immature about money, okay, or what you value as much as money, or what they value as much as money. They're not seeing what they're either, you can perceive them as throwing it away, or they're not seeing the real worth of things. And that's going to be astoundingly annoying and maybe even heartbreaking to have to watch. Sagittarius energy. This is a person who, has a very set view on things. And it's like, there's a part of you that sits there and it's like, oh, well, that's interesting, but it's not my view. It's not my truth. And there's going to be a part of you that feels guilty about that. Yeah, that sits there and is like, oh, well, shouldn't I? Because either this person is so successful or this person talks with such authority. It's like, no, follow your truth. Don't let others sway you. I mean, it's not people that you love. Like, this isn't, the really good information that you get if you're like having a cup of tea with somebody that you love and respect and honor and everything like that. This is a person who's going to try and fundamentally change, either what you believe in or, how you see the world or something like that. You're going to be thinking, yeah, that's right. And then there's going to be a moment where you're like, ooh, no, not for me. So maybe you take 60% of what they say, you leave the rest. That's pretty good though. Then you have the Prince of Swords. This is an air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person is moving too fast. Too fast. They can be a bit vicious with their words, and they are moving much more quickly than you are comfortable with. We have here the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Chariot, the Ace of Wands, and the Hermit. The Ace of Emotions, you have a lot of gifts coming your way. The Wheel, again, you have the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Nine of Pentacles, again, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So what's really cool here is that you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is saying, stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you desire. There is bounty that comes if you follow the truth of your path. And that's with the world opening to you and, kind of the change of seasons. And when pigs fly, it's like when pigs fly, things will happen. It's like, yeah, now's the time. Now's the time. If you stay true to you and you embrace your power and you stay true to what you desire, there is also the sense here. There's a sense of power that comes forward. And you have these gifts. You have these gifts of the Ace of Swords, of the Ace of Wands, and of the Ace of Cups. So you have tremendous gifts. 3 out of the 4 Ace cards are coming your way. Gift cards are coming your way from divinity. So here, God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of knowledge as you move forward, as you gather what you need, and as you leave behind what you do not. These gifts, we do have the Magician, but it's not of the same deck. So there is a sense of you taking these gifts, but them also feeling out of reach. So it's going to be a feeling of, oh, I can get there just a little bit more. Like I can move forward just a little bit more towards where I want to be, towards where I need to be. But there's always something, just a little bit more clarity that you're moving forward, a little bit more that you know is part of your future that is coming forward. And this is cutting through those doubts and those fears, knowing your mind, knowing where it is that you stand. And as you do so, as you are a student of your prosperity, the world starts to open to you. And this is a sense of bounty. This is a sense of brilliance. This is a sense of, oh, wow, I can do this. And it's rather shocking. It's like, I thought the world was going to be smaller. I thought I was going to be barred from things. It's like, no, there is a path and a way forward. And it really is quite extraordinary. And then we have the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. We have this over the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a sense of a fiercely moving forward. People underestimate the Chariot all the time. They don't realize that the Chariot was the ancient tank of its day. The charioteers were like NASCAR racers, going around the tracks in the Colosseums. They were astoundingly daring and profoundly skilled. And that is the way that your heart is moving forward. Profoundly daring, but profoundly skilled. To open to your light, to your beauty, to your truth. And it brings you to the Ace of Wands, to passion, to power, to brilliance, to inspiration over this vampiric energy that is trying to rob you of this glory. And it leads you to the Hermit. And what's interesting is that you have the Ace of Inspiration right above the Queen of Wands. So you have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and this is a gift just for you. And this is you taking it, but there needs to be that purge of this is you reaching for it, at least because it's above. There we go. Yes, Spirit is saying here. Because there is this sense of this negative energy needing to be addressed that is holding you back from the prosperity you need to walk in. And we have the Hermit. The Hermit is looking deeper at things. The Hermit is saying, I need to take a time out and connect with the beauty, the brilliance, and the glory that is me. And as I connect, I see things more openly, more honestly, more powerfully, more truthfully. Your heart needs a time out. It needs to sit there and say, I connect. I connect with the brilliance of me. And it moves you to the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Emotions. It moves you, and it's right over the King of Cups. So this is brilliant. And there's a sense here of like this healing, beautiful energy just washing over you. And it can make you astoundingly emotional during this time. Astoundingly. Where you sit there and you think, is this right? Am I moving forward the right way? And there's a questioning. But as the doubts, the fears, the apprehensions are purged, there is a bounty, there is a brilliance, there is a beauty that comes forward. In the Wheel of Fortune, over the Queen of Swords, there's like a new way that you are thinking of things. There's a new way, there's a new power, there's a new understanding. And there's a new season coming in. And this is where the Warrior Queen is needed to stay true to your mind, to stay true to what you desire, to stay true to who you are and where you want to be within your life, within your soul, within yourself. And this moves you to a new place. And at times, yes, you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. And so it feels like you have to fight more than you want to. It feels like you have to defend more than feels right. But there's something new coming. And it leads you to a place of fulfillment, to a place of bounty, to a place of healing. The Nine of Pentacles over the Seven of Pentacles. This caring, this nurturing, this patience, and this brilliance and this celebration that comes. So let's see what your spirit guide animal cards have to say for this time. Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. November 1st to the 15th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we have here the white raven, which I really love. It says, trust in the magic. Trust in the magic that is within you. Look within before you look without. And do not underestimate. Because remember, ravens are actually brilliant birds. We don't give them the credit that they're due. They are smarter than most parrots. They can learn more words. They have this complexity of nature to them. And so look for the magic within. And don't undersell yourself. Then we have the Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. This is a time where you have the Hermit, where you have the Seven of Pentacles. Be patient. It's at your root. They're what ground you during this time. Patience. Be patient. There's going to be more here than you realize. And if you push, you will miss it. You will miss something really quite beautiful. And then we have the Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. We're not supposed to know it all. Embrace the mystery. Move forward towards the secrets being unveiled. Yeah, and the power being awakened. This moves you to your subconscious spirit animal message, which is the squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. Plant the seeds of belief and watch them grow. It then leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is inner child. Just for a moment. This is the heart chakra. Just for a moment. Visualize yourself kneeling down or sitting down and your arms open wide. And the child you once were, the child you were, running to you as children do when they see somebody they absolutely love. And you wrapping your arms around that child and saying, I love you. I will always be here for you. I will always protect you. That is powerful. And it may take time to be able to say it, to be able to do it, and to believe it. But it is a powerful place to be. This then leads you to your subconscious person message, which is the King of Swords. Cutting through doubts and fears, knowing your mind, knowing where you stand, knowing what you stand for. You are the warrior king. And you are embracing this warrior mentality of truth, of power, and of determination. It leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Six of Pentacles. Things need to be balanced. They need to be fair. Don't give and give and give with getting nothing in return. Your subconscious. To go deeper into your subconscious, we have here the Emperor, Aries energy. Time frame March 21st to April 19th. This is claiming your throne. This is saying, yes, I have fallen and I have failed. But my power is in getting back up. It is on moving forward. It is not letting defeat me. And it is seeing that I am more powerful, that I am braver, that I am more than I had ever thought I would be. And it is embracing this passion, this power, this brilliance, and this truth. It's embracing being amazing. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we step forward in our bounty, in our brilliance, in our truth, as we embrace that we are amazing individuals, and that nothing and no one will hold us back from the success that was born within us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo.